Of Let's Talk About It. But first, what's going on, everybody? Jeremy back again with Remy Q Studios. I want to welcome you to my studio. Again, this is a new episode of Let's Talk About It. I'm going to tell you today may be a bit of a doozy. Not quite what I had planned, or at least to the extent that I had planned, but I'm not sure I'm going to have enough time for that. I hope everybody is having a good day out there. I am going to start out by showing a few books off. Comics. 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 I did put the link out there, so if anybody wants to join, feel free. Comics. I may need some help on this one, and I don't know if anybody's truly prepared for this, but comics. Thanks, Slotted Up. This is from Jason. We're Slotted Up 503. It's a little throwback to an AOK. Thank you, sir. All right. Again, I hope everybody's doing well today. Let's check out the comments here real quick. We have Lestrucius. How you doing, bud? Per usual. Looks like Southern Comic Geek stopped in here to say hello. Yes. More chainsaw unboxings. You know what? Yeah, I agree with you. I need to get a couple packages in, and we'll definitely get that going for sure. I don't know if we can do it live. It just doesn't work with the audio, and then coming back into the studio and everything. It's harder to hook up the mic. It works a lot better if I have the microphone set up for the unboxing and then come back in. So it's, again, maybe not a live chainsaw unboxing, but we'll definitely be able to work it out there. Again, StreamYard chat or StreamYard link is in the chat here. Hello. Let me see. Paper Shortage really put a link in my... Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's no good. Yes, comics. Exactly. Comics. Because that's... The only reason I bring that up is just so everybody knows, it's I put on the I think in the header, everything nerdy and more. Today's going to be more. We're actually going to branch out into something I'm a little uncomfortable sharing with everybody, but we're going to go there. So I wanted to start out with comics. Yes, comics. Again. The link is in the chat if anybody wants to join comics. Oh, yeah. What are we talking about here? Yeah. Hey, everybody. What's going on, Roscoe? How you doing? Let me see here. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. If you only got half of it, and if it's because of a paper shortage, it seems like everything is short right now. I don't think there's anything. I'm in the building field, I guess, and I mean everything. You can't get a hold of anything nowadays. If somebody's working on a remodel, good luck. Your house is going to be waiting for quite some time. Comics. Okay. Again, let me put that link out there just in case anybody is interested in joining to help me out on the comic side of this, because again, I am a bit ill prepared for the comics. I was going to share something nerdy from Remy Q Studios, and exclusive from Remy Q Studios, but again, I may need some help on the comic side of things. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Again, thank you for joining us. It looks like we have Mr. Soul Twice in the building. What's going on, sir? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. And one more time. Comics. Not New Comics. New Comic Book Day. You know, Remy Q Studios not digging through the New Comic Book Day too much. Not yet. It's gonna have to be something spectacular. Somebody's gonna have to wow me with something that I just can't resist. The FOMO does not hit me hard until it does, and then when it does, that's where everybody's gonna be in trouble. I don't think I've ever been a multiple copy guy. Are a lot of folks out there? I see that a lot where somebody's got like 5 the same book. I mean, I guess for resale, I understand it, but from a collector's point of view, like I don't have that one book that I'm like, oh, I got to have multiples of these. Once I have one, pick the best one. I usually send the other one on an A-OK. If it's a slab, I might sell it, possibly, if it's got something crazy going on. But again, I don't have a lot of duplicates, if any. I'm trying to think of what I might have 1 or 2 extra of. I can't think of it. Pocan Joe, what's shaking, man? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. Again, we've got that link out there if anybody's interested in joining. All right, I am going to jump into this. I don't have any song I can play for this, and you know what? It doesn't really matter because Secret Wars 8. You know what, sir, don't expose me for this. You're right. Aside from 30 copies of Secret Wars 8, as well as having slabbed copies, newsstand, directs, multiple signatures on all of them. The thing about Secret Wars 8 is, I in my video, I said I was hope that all collectors would have it. And the reality is, I hope you don't. I hope that I have them all. So that I can get just amass such a collection of that one that it's unbelievable. To this day, I haven't seen another signature by Bruce Lee on a Secret Wars number 8. So in your face, world. In your face, comic world. I'm not trying to throw it out there too hard, but in your face, comics. What is that noise? There's a fire brewing somewhere. Yo, Joe. All right. So I hope everybody's doing well today. Again, like I said, today we are going to venture into the world of nerd, a little outside of comics, which is why I wanted to show a few books initially. Put the link out there. If somebody has something they can show, that'd be fantastic. If not, I'm going to jump into this, and I'll tell you. Again, I don't know if I'm prepared for this. I've kind of I've mentioned a little bit of it before. And I never really dove into it like I think I could have, and I'm actually not even going to dive into it like I can right now. Mr. Freaky Louie, what's going on, King Louie? How you doing today, sir? Thank you so much for popping in here. I hope that dollar bin diving has been good. So, where do I start with this? Well, I have props. Let's start with this. What is this? What the hell is this guy doing? What are we doing here? I don't know. What are we doing here? Well, hello, Mr. Hello, Broken Joe. How you doing, sir? Comics. Yeah. I think you know what? How ironic that you're enjoying for something like this. I think you know what this is. What is this?
That is a penis elongator. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
That's
So this is what you put around. Let's get this shut off real quick. All right. Aside from elongating male parts, it's a spring.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spring.
Where'd you get the spring from?
Well, how ironic you asked that. Man, this is gonna go south real quick. I don't even know if this is allowed. Let me just start out right now. This is going to be the Remy Q Studios. Let's talk about it. Toy edition. Until Pocan Joe shows a comic, which if you don't mind, sir, every now and then, if you could just pop one out there. Comics. There you go.
You know what this is, right?
What is that?
That's Austin LeMay's cover for Delta Dogs.
Oh no! See, now I feel bad because I thought you were going to say it's a comic. Oh yes, yep. I didn't even see. I was so concerned with just the fact that we had a book to show. I was like, oh, here we go. All right, so toy edition. and we have a spring. Man, what kind of nerd thing can we get in here? I don't know. Why don't we start with something like this?
Oh, you're gonna K bash a Nerf gun?
No, I'm not gonna patch a Nerf gun. And just so that StreamYard and YouTube is okay with it, this is a blaster, sir. We have to be very careful with what we say because you're not allowed to hold the G word. This is a blaster. It shoots. I mean, I'm sorry. It throws foam. And yeah, there you go. Comics. I don't know. This is going to get shut off in a second. Something stupid. This is so stupid. So this toy blaster that flings foam in a non-aggressive holding manner.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice action on the pew pew.
Nice action on that foam blaster, the toy. Okay. So, toys that look similar and they're not, but some toys can be changed. They can be modified. They can be adjusted. I think you, sir, would be somebody that could appreciate something like that.
Yeah, it's actually called kit bashing when you kit bash something.
I know. Just we're trying to be very careful with how we say things. I'm going to say tube and I'm going to use weird pull thing. You know, I'm going to use weird terminology here because I don't want to get in trouble. I've gotten in trouble for the real deal, but the toy is a little bit different. Okay,
Right.
So toy modification may start with something where you can have a little bit of this, and then you're like, oh no, that's not enough. Let me take this full thing, right?
A
Starts
barrel
out,
of fun, if you will.
yes, and so maybe exposes one tube, and you're like, oh, that's not enough. Let me adjust this so it actually will show all.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Now the foam that is flung looks like, oh wow,
It's magic. David Copperfield in here.
All right, it's black. It's black, and it's a piece of foam with a tip on it, a blue tip, because it's foam.
A blue tip.
I'm trying to be very careful here. This is a dart. It's not to be called anything else. It's a dart.
Dart.
Foam dart that can I don't know what to call that. It flings that.
Yeah.
It flings that
Flings.
foam. And there's also balls that can be flung as well. I'm not going to show any balls.
Get you shut down.
I'm so glad you're here with me because seriously, I was like, you know what, we're going to have to approach this very carefully. So there's foam darts and balls. There's arrows. There's lots of different things. There's also many toy attachments that you can add to it if you want to have a little laser action, or you can widen it for more of a flashlight view. Something like this can usually be attached to the toy in this fashion, and then you can, use it in different ways, again, depending on the toy that you have, if it's a particular type of blaster. So now we dig into a little more of the nitty gritty. The big thing and the difference that you have in different types of blasters are the kind that use springs, and then you have the kind that use flywheels. So this, for instance, this is a regulator. This is one that uses a flywheel. So there's actually little wheels. Actually, this is a belt. Damn it. Here we go. Demolisher. This uses flywheels. There's actually 2 wheels in here. You hit a battery rev, sends juice into some motors, wheels start spinning, and then it flings the foam from the end of this.
The base unit.
The tube. It flings foam from the tube. Okay.
We might as well play charades. Just turn off your camera, keep the audio going, and see if people can get.
So the toy. Look at how big this thing. I didn't realize how big this thing was.
Did you like rob a Toys R Us or something today? Where are you
oh no, I've said before I'm an arms dealer when it comes to foam toys. Okay, and it also you can have different cartridges that hold more foam in them, which especially for flywheel is very helpful. Now you can adjust the flywheel blasters by changing the batteries to a higher voltage. You can also modify the motors, the flywheels themselves, and then really make some crazy foam flinging action from the blaster.
There's actual YouTube channels that are dedicated to this subject matter, actually.
Yes. Yeah. Although I think they have more pre-recorded than live stream, and that's why we're trying to be very careful in how we say things and how we approach them. Now, there's also belt-driven. This has a little belt that flings the foam from the tube that leaves the what did I call that thing?
Cartridges?
Cartridge. Yes, the cartridge that holds the foam. So it actually will fling that. This one, this is actually pretty nice because it has a single fire,
a selective switch, a selector switch.
Yes. So it does have a few options in how the foam is flung from the blaster. There's also a lot of goodies that, like the arm attachments that you can interchange amongst blasters. So if you like a particular attachment more than another,
so one would say that comes with various enhancements.
Yes, that you can change them out very easily. You can also, now I'm not going to be able to get this one off because this was not, there we go. You can also change some of the internals though for these ones as well, which are going to be, well, like the first one that I had, the spring version. So the spring, it uses a spring. There's a tube with a plunger, and then flings foam from the tube, from the blaster. What you can do is improve the springs. Oh, shoot. Do you have a comic, by the way, sir?
Yeah.
Comic book.
Yep.
So there's springs that you can use to improve the speed and the force that the foam is flung from the blaster. You can also increase the size of the plunger so it allows for more air to push. So the plunger is within a tube inside. I actually had one taken apart that I didn't bring down, and that's unfortunate, but it has a plunger which is thrust, there you go, perfect, into a tube that pushes the air, which then expels the foam from the blaster.
Expels the foam. It's like Spider-Man.
Yeah. So you can change those things out. You can also change out some of the internals to be a little stronger. This is called a long shot. Now this one, I've removed parts of it from the front and the back. I did add a metal pull thing down here. And this is extreme. I mean, the pullback on this has got a lot of um, spring power, I guess.
Retention.
Yes, that's a good word for it, sir. But again, you can fling foam very fast and strong from one of these than if it were in its stock version. I'll just put that link out there again.
Let me show another comic book.
Oh, please, sir. Please, yes. Let me
Hey, look, a bunch of Captain Americas came together and still have no idea what the story is really about. There we go. There you go. Yeah. Yay.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. Beautiful background as well, sir, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's my laser.
So some of the things that are incorporated with my toy blasters are some aftermarket goodies, like this arm piece that looks neat.
One with
And
the skeleton of one, right?
ooh, yes, but it also adds a little more stability for the foam blaster, and and some of the additional attachments. You don't really need all the goodies that you can get on here, but I mean, it is made so that you can, really break it down to just the nitty gritty.
Something that the Punisher would have carried back in the 80s.
This is a Strife. It's one of the most commonly modified foam blasters that you'll be able to find. From
something? Are you like part of like a Nerf club or something?
I'm telling you, this is nerd that I wasn't prepared to share. From the foam blasters, though, this Strife is one of the most commonly modified flywheel blasters that you'll find. Now, moving on into this, I'm going to call the invisible variant.
I don't care. The fact that everything's see-through right now, they're straight up ghost pew-pews. It's awesome. It's wicked.
You know what I mean? Now, this is pretty neat because it's a spring action, but
never.
Ooh. Now, this is a little more for some zombie eradicating if you were trying to do any good zombie eradicating. And oh wow, you don't like me. Okay, so this toy is broken, but it's invisible, so it's really cool. Again, lots of neat attachments that go on to this toy foam blaster. This one's been unmodified. Now, moving into some of the fun Springer modifications. This is an example.
Doctor Strange came out this week too, by the way.
This is an example from the Mega line. Now, Mega used these giant foam darts, which in comparison to the black foam darts, you can see there's quite the size difference.
That's what she said.
And size sometimes matters when it comes to foam. Now, the cool thing about these, as far as the Mega line, is that you can convert the tubes to hold smaller foam darts, which then fling at a higher velocity because they are smaller. They also have half darts. They have lots of different sizes.
Wouldn't the weight of them matter? Wouldn't you need to weigh the tips a little bit?
So they all have weighted tips.
Right.
Like this one's got a suction cup, which these are no good, by the way. The black one has a blue tip that is it's really soft on the end of the foam.
Yeah, but if you took something that was lighter, smaller usually means lighter, and you hit it at the same velocity as something bigger, generally you would have to add weight to the smaller thing. I don't know. I'm legitimately asking.
So with these, I think because they're smaller, they do move faster. The larger ones don't really go that well.
Okay.
They just flop around.
So it's kind of like a guy with an oversized pickup truck. Sometimes they overcompensate, but it doesn't go that fast.
Yes. Yes. So by changing the tubes that you have in here, from something that holds this into something that holds one of these, you can then increase the power. These are usually made to have more power anyways, with the type of internals that they have.
The type of tube, changing out the tube, would you use something like PVC pipe or?
So you can change out the tube by using PVC pipe. There's also aftermarket companies that make tubes that are smaller. So this one, you can see the size of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one has been modified for a smaller tube. And you can actually see the little ring?
Yeah.
That ring is the difference in the size.
Right. That just restricted it. Nice.
Now, this one is a cyclone shock. This, in my house, has been called the divorce. If my wife gets hit with this one more time, we will get a divorce.
Is she going to start her own channel? We may all be doing
the children know that this is not like, this is kind of like last resort. I said, do that now. Type of power. I may be able to give an example, possibly, if I'm careful with this. So this is going to be a horrible example, but we're going to try.
We have one of those in the house. I got
standard foam. It's pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that in fact you can't see it, but hold on.
No, you can see the difference, and you can hear it how hard it hits.
Okay, that hurt the inside of my palm. The divorce. This has upgraded spring to it. I think it has a 10-pound spring. It's just enough where you really have to pull back. And then once it's locked in place, it's nice and good to go. But with the adjusted tubes, and then adding in the smaller size of the foam darts, that's where this one comes into play, where it's very deadly. I mean, really hard-hitting toy.
Definitely. Fantastic Four came out this week too.
Hold on.
No, you don't have to make it big. They all
okay. I just didn't know. Oh, nice.
Comic books. It's a comic book channel. I learned that if you don't stay on your niche market on YouTube, they don't like.
I'm not trying to branch out. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that the level of nerd went further than that, into a realm that, again, this makes me very uncomfortable. I'm not ready to share this, but it's kind of been exposed a few times, so I figure I might as well go all the way with it. So that goes into further modifications. This is a Retaliator. It's kind of the base model for a spring blaster. Now this particular one actually has it has a brass tube, and the brass tube perfectly will fit the foam, so that it gets a really good. It helps with the
seal.
It helps with the seal. Yeah. How you doing?
Doing good. I just.
Okay.
Good job.
So the brass tube actually goes all the way, and it seals it completely, so that when you actually load the foam, it will allow for better flow of air for flinging the foam.
No, has that one been that's been modified? That's not.
This is full. Oh yeah, this little handle here.
Yeah.
This is the real deal. Like this is this is not going to be like you can't take this in a normal game. If you were going to play a game, this one they would say no. And internally, there's a lot of goodies in here that you can't really see. I would say this is worse than the divorce, but I haven't gone as far to use it on anybody in the home, just because it's kind of like the outlawed blaster from the home games that we may have. This and the divorce are the two that are big no-nos. Now I do have a series of automatic foam blasters with different flywheel attachments. For a while, I went ultra nerd and decided to modify how they aesthetically looked. There were a few that had similar to this. This may be a good example that had a
Joe.
that had a more fun, more of a fun, kid-friendly type of look to it.
You know what they're missing?
Yeah.
You
Less
need to add
neon-y and less orange.
glow powder. Glow powder makes everything beautiful.
So with something like this, you could make it look like an older style life blaster.
Yeah,
you know, from
absolutely.
like the Revolutionary War or something.
Yeah.
So there was a
Something
time.
fire will carry.
There was a time when I would take something like this, sand it down, paint it, make it look a bit more of that style, and those I'm not prepared to share because again, that takes it to a whole. Like I feel like when you're painting things, that's just another level of like, oh hey, you have figurines, and then like, actually I have little figurines that I paint, and it's like, I don't want you to share that with me anymore. So we're not going to get into the any of the painted modifications that I've done. But yeah, foam blasters. Remy Q Studios. Thank you.
This is awesome.
You need to do an Evil Air project in your own thing and modify one on camera.
Yeah. And let's get some CO2 into the mix too. That'd be nice.
So, some CO2. Let's really take this thing a step further. No, it's yeah. So, anyways, that is again a little more of the inner nerd of Remy Q Studios that just wanted to share with everybody. How you doing, Kyle? Thanks for popping on, man.
Yeah, doing good. I'm about to go through a tunnel. I'm heading into the airport right now. So I just wanted to say I love Nerf guns and air compressors. You can literally shoot like 50 at a time. I'm dead serious.
Again, it's easier in a pre-recorded to get away with some of those. The live is where I wanted to be a little more careful. So yes, again, I appreciate everybody sticking with us with the abbreviated words, I guess. So, yeah.
Ooh,
so
that was almost like a game. You should make that like a weekly game on here.
What am I talking about? Yeah. What is a barrel?
Say it.
I mean, what is a tube? So for somebody who had and I think I did tell you. I think I told you when we got to meet up, but I had a shout out show, and it was called Shout Out Show Frank Castle style, where I went into an actual modified 1911 that looked like something Frank Castle would have.
Yeah.
And it got shut down in like 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
4 minutes of that. It was at 6 a.m. Like it was very early. And I think I was live streaming just so that like I live streamed that early. I was like, nobody's going to get on here, but it'll just be there and then people can watch it. And yeah, after that, and YouTube gave me a very stern warning about those types of videos in a live stream and why you can't do that type of thing. And I had to watch several videos and everything. So after that, we want to be a little more careful. That's all, you know. Yeah.
That's okay. Just pre-record it.
Well, again, I wanted to live stream and I wanted to share a little bit of my toys. I've been asked about toys before, and I really don't have that many figurines. I have a few, but yeah, my toys are usually more in the plastic foam blaster realm. And yes, when I say I'm an arms dealer in it, I have, especially right before the pandemic and during. I guess people just didn't have anything to do, but I would accumulate large lots and then separate them. And these things go for crazy amounts of, money.
Yeah, like I know there's
and I would like
cult following.
So I mean, like I would set up lots and I would list them on, Facebook and eBay and all kinds of stuff. And people would, sure enough, they would come through, and it was the shadiest thing because somebody pulls up and then they like open up a back door and I start moving blasters from one car to another. And it was hilarious. But it's kind of cool. Like sometimes a kid would come in, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, hey, here, you want this particular blaster? I'll give you this other one for free. And and they had fun with it. We had fun. It was meet me in the warehouse. And yeah. Some guy would show up and say, oh, my kids are going to love this. And then he would get, for whatever reason, 20 to 30 blasters. I think birthday parties were another one. I heard a lot of people were having birthday parties. Again, this was before the like big shutdowns.
Yeah.
So they were just trying to be careful, and they would have birthday parties where they needed foam blasters. And I was the guy in town.
You're the guy. You're the hookup.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We have one of those airsoft fields near here.
Nice.
And, my nephew's made the mistake of thinking, hey, let's take Uncle Pocan Joe to airsoft, right? So I'm like, okay, what do I got to wear? And they were like, oh, just wear some military gear. And I was like, all right. So like I did a full tack out, right? Like I'm going to go invade some poor country right now. I'm tacked out. And I'm like, all right, this stuff really isn't comfortable, but I'll do it. As soon as I walked out there, like all the Milsim guys and everybody was just like,
So I've never done airsoft before, but I did do a couple paintball outings for like company trips and stuff. And I went to one. It was actually the first one that I went to. It was in Northern Virginia. And it was a customer of ours. They brought myself and somebody else, and then it was like this whole company. And my uncle actually worked for the company, and I want to say it was like 15 or 16 guys. And I showed up like full camo. I had the whole thing set up. And I was the only one. Like a lot of them just had street clothes, and I looked ridiculous, and they laughed at me. When we showed up to the place where, I mean, it was like fields and all these woods and everything. When we showed up there, though, I was the only one that fit in with the other 1,000 paintballers out there. So,
yeah, they're just out there having a weekend.
yeah, so everybody over at Century, in your face again, because I was the guy. I was the one that was laughed at and got the final laugh for that one. So thank you, everybody. Yeah. So it looks like Nick says that you can change this into a railgun in 10 minutes. I believe that. I think that it's funny that you came on here.
I didn't know what you were talking about. I just figured I'd jump on. I'm just sitting here going through.
If there was anybody that I could discuss my wacky lingo with and help me translate it, you did a fantastic job with that. So thank you, sir. I definitely appreciate that.
Actually, the railgun thing, anybody can make a railgun. You just need a couple of magnets and a ruler.
There you go. Say, this is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
We got project now.
Everybody's MacGyver of YouTube, and he's the real deal. He's the only person I don't want to fight my father. That's the truth. I've said it on more than one occasion. I fear my father more than anybody else, and I would put him. He is my champion. Like they always you see that in the movie sometimes. They're like, choose your champion. My champion is my dad. He's an old man now. So other people may stand a little bit of a chance because he's old, but
whatever. That just means he's got that old.
He's the real
man strength. Like them cats are crazy strong, man. You don't mess with them because you don't take it seriously at first, right? I've been at an American Legion where I popped off at the mouth with some World War II vet, and he taught me real quick. Right? Like, I was like, oh shit, that kind of hurt.
So, yeah. So I mean, that's the thing is I really he's my champion. I would put him up against anybody. But I've said it more than once on this show that against Pocan Joe, can't do it. I wouldn't want to see it. I don't want to see my dad get beat up. I know the real deal, and that's the thing is I don't want to see that.
We'll just end up drinking shots, talking about how to make pink mist. Now there's some code talk for everybody out there.
Man, I can't believe this wasn't shut down. I thought that was for sure. I was like, man, the second I hold this thing in my hand, it's gonna be too aggressive. Somebody's gonna say something, see something, or say something.
Well,
and then
they do live showings of like, and I don't know how they get away with it, but I know I've seen it on YouTube where they do like the live showings of like airsoft fields and paintball fields.
So maybe those are more allowed then. Maybe as long as you stress the fact that it's a toy.
Yeah, or where it's at or what's going on. You know, context is everything.
I wanted to be careful because again, when I first got that warning, they were like, hey, you can't show a firearm and you can't talk about how to modify it. And I was like, well, I didn't talk about how to. And their example was how to use an oil can as a silencer. That was their example.
Yeah, that was a thing for a while. That actually
and I said,
very dangerous.
I was like, is that really what you guys got out of what I said? Like, I was using an oil can, like nowhere close to what the conversation was. But apparently where I went wrong was holding it. Live stream, you cannot hold a firearm. Nobody can hold a firearm on a YouTube live stream. That's where they draw the line. Yeah. I know. Oh no, that's why on DJ shows several times I'm like, you see me reach over here and it's like, I have my pick. I can shut this down. But no, it's true. You have to be real careful with that. But apparently, the foam blaster's okay. So thank you, YouTube and StreamYard, for letting me go over that little bit of nerd. And maybe down the road we'll get into again some of the other things that I may have to do with that hobby. So, well, man. All right. Well, you know what? We are right at about 45 minutes.
What you sipping on tonight?
Just an old bottle of Bacardi Gold. Look at the dust on this bottle. Yeah.
I'm bringing a couple of bottles of this to C2E2.
Hey, by the way, C2E2 got my badges. Well, I didn't get my badges, but I finally ordered my badges. I was one of those late guys. Planned it that way. It wasn't because I was completely broke. Planned it that way, and today I made my purchase, so it's official.
Nice. I'm thinking about. I was going to drive up, but I'm thinking I'm going to fly now.
I think we're going to fly as well.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to fly. I mean, it's not a bad drive from here. It's only about 10 hours, and it's pretty smooth.
No, see, you just said not a bad at 10 hours, and that makes me want to jump off of a ledge. I can't.
Like casinos and truck stops along the way, so you know what that means: cocaine, hookers, and gambling. That's awesome. That's a good time.
Wow. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I know I won't make it. I've learned something in my travels from, and you know what? I can actually hit this now. In my travels from to Virginia, it's supposed to be about a 4-hour trip between myself, the missus, and my children. Maybe 10 hours. So I don't like driving anymore. It's an all-day affair or an all-night affair. I just can't do it.
Yeah, you got a whole bus going. Holy crap! Yeah,
it's
really the whole family going?
No, not to C2E2. I'm saying my trips from North Carolina to Virginia have emotionally scarred me so much because the 4-hour trip turns into a 10-hour trip. I can't do long drives anymore. I just can't. I can't. We've done it before where we'll like drive to New York or something. And I'm like, why do we do this? Why go through all this? I can't.
I hate driving with children. Like even with my own kid. Like I was gonna just leave her on the side of the road.
Yeah, it's awful.
She would just whine like, "Why is it taking so long to get there? I want to see the pony." I'm like, "Get out."
What would you do? I don't know. Like drive out to the field, just open up the door and be like, "Go, be free. You're free." Yeah. I get you, Joe. I love you, man. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. You get it. You get it. Not everybody. Remy's got a gun. Be careful, sir.
Yeah,
We can't say
careful.
the G word on this one. That Nerf gun. See, you guys already met. In the beginning, I specifically said foam blaster. You have to be careful. You have to say blaster. If you say the G word, something's going to happen.
Or pew-pews.
Yeah, well, pew pew. I'll mess that up. That's going to sound obscene. If I'll mess that up, I can tell you that right now. Hold on, going on 11-hour drive. I thought you were getting on a plane. Didn't he say he was going to the airport?
I thought he was in a tunnel or something.
He said he's going. I thought he said he's in the tunnel on the way to an airport. If you're getting off of a plane and then driving 11 hours, there's something wrong, sir.
Yeah,
There's something wrong with that.
you're at the wrong airport.
That's
You're at the wrong-
guess what, sir? You live in Dallas now. Like what? Yeah. Let's go. What's that airline that it's like $5 to fly, but it takes you like 26 hours? Spirit? Is it Spirit? Is that what it is? Yes.
Yeah.
I remember looking at that. I was like,
You
oh my
guys
God,
will think-
$50? Yes. I was like, this is amazing. Then I look, I was like, oh shoot, I'll get there in
24
4
hours to get
days.
to the next
Like
day.
it'd take a week to get there. I'd be better off hitchhiking at that point,
Yeah,
going
you might
cross
be-
country than Spirit Airlines. I don't know how they do that.
Like, Jesus Christ.
No,
Oh.
I'm not. I'm trying to go to Chicago. I'm not trying to fly to Japan. You know what I mean? I don't need to see Japan right
I
now.
lucked out. I found. I was looking around today. Again, I was deciding. And I found 2 direct flights to Chicago from Norfolk, which I was surprised by because Norfolk's not direct anywhere except for Norfolk. Right? That's how it works.
Well, you can take a boat out of there though.
To Chicago, that's a very
No,
long boat.
not
I'm
to
like riding
Chicago.
Spirit.
Not to Chicago. Damn it. I'm just saying in general. I'm saying in general. The airport may suck. I didn't even know there was an airport there, to be honest with you. That's crazy.
Yeah, we got to ship these military sailors all over the world from here. So yeah,
Again, I thought it was all by boat. I know there's boats there. Daddy, it's a ship. You're right. Like at the beginning of Titanic. Yes, with Billy Zane. Everybody knows it. Damn it. We got on Titanic now. I'm so embarrassed. All right.
as a matter of fact, I've been so excited about C2E2. I've been planning my nightlife. I think there might be a couple of spots I might want to go check out. Because I've been watching Shameless again and looking at that show, and I'm like, yeah, I want to see what that looks like.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is going to be amazing. I
Go watch it.
can't wait. Like this is almost. I feel like it's like a Christmas gift at this point. You know what I mean? Like I'm so excited for the. Kyle jumped in. I was going to let you in, Kyle. He jumped back out. I'm sorry, sir. The tunnel is going to get you. You got to stop driving and jumping on here. It's going to be terrible. But yeah, I'm so excited for this. It trumps everything else leading up to, and then honestly, shortly after. Like I'm like, man.
I'm leaving for Baltimore Comic Con Saturday morning. I'm purposely only staying up there overnight just to save more duckage for C2E2.
Yeah. There you go.
And when I go to Baltimore, I drop a couple of bucks there. So a lot of people
Really?
yeah, because that's where a lot of the Golden Age sellers end up there.
I have no clue. I'm going there for the people. I was a couple weeks ago. Somebody was on and they asked me about it. I was like, yeah, I want to go there and see DJ Links. That's what I want to go there for. But yeah, I mean, just being able to meet everybody.
FaceTime at like 2:00 in the morning and sing each other lullabies, don't you?
I wish. Kidding me? I wish. I try not to bother that man too much. But anyways, no, being able to see everybody, that's the big appeal for it. So yeah, I'm excited. The missus is coming with me. It's going to be our first con. I know some folks are bringing their significant others and others aren't. So I can tell you this right now, fellas. I am. And I can tell you, if I was going to my first con without Angel, I probably would have to stay there because she may be more excited than I am. Like she's already talking about. And the thing is, you know how everyone's talking about like tearing it up and everything. And like, having some drinks and party and everything. Yeah. Hey, she's the one that's gonna. Well, I got to make sure she doesn't go to jail. Like, Angel's the type of person, especially like no
Oh, she's
kids.
one of them chicks that takes like 4 shots and then cuts somebody. Because I will buy those shots. I'll be like, here you go, Mr.
I'm just saying there's an elevated level there of, especially again, no kids. Because like we got the boys set up. We got no animals to worry about. Like I basically by this time I have a full-time farm going on here between chickens and dogs and
Children.
cats and sugar gliders and children. It's a hobby farm. So yeah, I mean, you take all that out, and yeah, she's going crazy. 6-drink Angel is going to be a little wild if y'all ever see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna light that fire.
That's
I'll be like, did you hear what that dude said about you? What did he say? Here's a knife. Go take care of business.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a 5'0" lady take out a 6'3" man?
You want to be my wife?
I'm
Think
saying,
about the woman that keeps this under
uppercut
control.
to the nuts. Yeah. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Gentlemen, how are we?
We're
Great.
doing well. Thank you for joining us when I did my toy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are you doing?
Very good, very good. There's nothing better than being a part of somebody shamelessly sharing their hidden hobbies, if you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought about it and I was like, we've brushed on it a few times. I was like, I'm going to dive a little deeper. I'm going to dive a little deeper and say, yes, this is me. Occasionally I go online and I look for large lots of plastic foam blasters.
I'm telling you, man, you should mod.
I might hit up
make
a
video
Goodwill
with the
from
mod
time
one
to
and
time.
Paint it. That would be. People like that stuff.
What's that? The
You
painted?
should have a video, pre-record it, mod it, and then like another video painting it, and put that shit up. Because I just took a bunch of shit from Pocan Joe, threw it into an Evil Air bullshit thing, and that thing's got more views and viewers than my main channel.
Yeah, I'm proud that you're actually open enough to share that with us. I will be unsubscribing, but I'm happy that you decided to share.
Damn it! I knew that that was the thing. I wanted to put it out there and just tell everybody, you either take it or leave it. You love me or you hate me, and this is where I draw the line right now. You get all of me or none of me. Austin, you said it perfectly.
It's funny because the way you opened up the video today, I didn't know what you were going to share. I didn't know what the hell was going to happen, if you were going to shut down everything or whatever. And then the Nerf stuff is fucking awesome, man. I'm not entirely sure what you were ashamed of or afraid to share.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. That's crazy.
Well, okay, so this. All right, yeah, I'll just say it. So this is the thing.
Hit it.
So I have my studio. I have my table, right? There's a table down here. I'm not going to move the camera around. I got a table right here. Got some raw books here. Stack of slabs. Firearms that go around behind the camera. Okay, it's like from the left side. Big boy stuff that goes around here. Because it's my studio. This is my place. There's no children down here. We're going to keep it safe. Then throughout the house, there's certain areas where I have items. And a lot of them are like, okay, there's somebody outside. We need to grab the vests. And Angel knows this is mine. This is yours. This is our thing. Because I'm a crazy person, I guess. And as a prepper, that's what you do. So I've got stuff in different areas. I treat this in the same way where I have a closet that's like specifically for Nerf items. And so that's the only thing is like, oh, well, like in for the other items that adults may have, you might have like boxes of accessories in a certain area or pieces or parts over here, and I treat those the same way. So that's what I mean. It's just, it's not like you've got a box of Nerf stuff. like I have a closet that when you open it up, everything's separated, and I've got tools and little pieces and parts and bins and little these and special batteries and stuff.
Still having a hard time following why that's a bad thing.
I don't know. Damn it. I don't know. It's too far. I try to slow myself down. That's all.
It's almost like you're my soulmate.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm right there with you, man. I'm behind this 100%.
Whose channel was it on? I know you both were there. Whose channel was it on where I actually brought out the M203?
I think that was behind the scenes, right? We were backstage after.
Yeah, we were talking about pew pews, and I was like, "Well, I got a womp womp," and everybody's like, "What's a womp womp?" And I everybody a womp womp.
Actually, I think.
Oh,
that
I was gonna say Austin. Yeah, Austin's definitely. I know some of his things as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're heavily armed here at the LeMay Manor. Yeah,
Pocan Joe at the Pocan Joe house, we don't buy ammunition. We make it. We legit make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Pocan Joe is just it's a little scary how far you could go with that. That's the only thing.
Whatever, man. My neighbors love me. Hunting season popped, right?
Yeah,
and
I know
like,
that, but I'm saying the option of it's
I love it. You guys want to make the laser?
You're keeping it clean by just saying ammo. I'm sure you've got.
Yeah, my neighbors are in love with me right now. One guy needs some shotgun shell for some duck hunting or something. Another guy wanted some modded up extra fast pew pews. So we did that for him. Because you remember my side job is I develop and make this kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
making it here at the garage is nothing.
So, hey, Joe, I'm going pheasant hunting. I need tracer rounds. I need tracer rounds. I need a full.
What, you trying to cook them in the air?
I need a full drum of tannerite.
A drum.
Hey, pheasants are elusive.
Not a container, a drum.
You send me 4 Claymore mines just in case they get a little froggy.
Yes.
Yep.
I need some plastics, please.
What's your Kevlar situation looking like?
Pocan Joe makes his own Kevlar.
It's like going to the smoke shop and these pipes are for tobacco. Yeah, sure they are. Sure they are.
Funny story. So
For tobacco
those
only.
vape and tobacco shops have been popping up all over the place down here, right? So I was like, I need it, and it's no secret. Like I like cigars, I like pipe tobacco, and I smoke a cigarette, right? I'm a horrible human being. So, I wasn't anywhere near my regular place where I pick it up, the local 7-Eleven, right? Because they always give me free coffee because they think I'm a cop, which is weird. But so I went into one of these like little crackhead dens, right? So I go in there and I'm looking around, of course, it's bongs, vapes, CBD, and the guy's shady as shit. So I walk up there and I'm like, hey man, and the guy's like, are you a cop? And I was like, let's say I am, and you get me a pack of Marlboro Light Special Selects, right? So then, and this is in a shopping center close to town. Well, somebody I knew was like walking down the sidewalk there, and they like looked in and saw me, and they were like, and I'm like, so I open up the door and yell, I don't smoke weed.
I'm window shopping, I swear.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually am looking for just tobacco products. Oh man, that is awesome.
My
Well, hey-
favorite one. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
My favorite one is, don't you know that stuff's not good for you? I always make a big deal out of that. I'm like, what? Where are you from? Where are you getting this information from? Like, I go off on people. Like, how do you know that? You need to follow the science.
Yeah. I follow the credo, everything's gonna kill you. Pick something fun.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, hey, it's 8:00. I definitely appreciate you guys jumping on here and helping me out with my foam blasters and the way that you did. Again, I feel like I've been able to share this, so
Sorry.
thank you.
Comic book material. Okay, there we go.
Come.
Man, there you go.
No, Austin gets fancy with it. There you go.
Right? That's nice.
This is. I was gonna say now it's turned into legit. Okay, there we go.
I haven't had a chance to thumb through it, but this book.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
So if you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend that you do. I think
Yeah,
they're
that's
already
awesome.
going to a second printing on this book.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Remy, before you go to bed or pass out drunk or whatever it is you do at late at night, I need you to DM me your address.
Okay.
You wanted one of these, right?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so I need an address to send it to.
Serious? Oh wow.
I could find it.
Oh no, I know that. Trust me, I know that.
He's giving you the opportunity to share it freely.
Yeah. Oh no. The thing about Joe, this is what's so funny about Joe is he says that. All right, and I'll look outside tomorrow. I'm gonna see a van, right out there, and I'll be like, "Son of a bitch, that's Joe messing around right now, right?" I'll go out there. I'll be like, "I bet you that's Joe messing with me right now, right?" And it's like I'll see the van, and I'm like, "I caught you," and I'll go out there, I'll like knock on the window. And a robotic arm will roll down the window, and then Joe will be in the woods across from that and start pelting me with a paintball gun or something. Yeah. It was a decoy the whole time. That's the type of thing that Joe would do.
No,
He's
that's
not gonna. He won't take it as he'll take it further. It's not that he'll be in the van and like pop out. He'll be like, "Gotcha, bitch." The van's got nothing to do with me at all, and he's in the woods like looking out. It's the scariest thing in the world. I love it. I love it, Joe. You're amazing. Seriously.
I pictured a little more like Goodfellas, where you're on your way to work and there's a helicopter that you think is following you.
The hell? You know, I'm doing that, and it's Joe, and he's in my back seat, crouched down, right? And he's controlling a drone, but to me, it looks like it's a full-size helicopter, and he's controlling it from the back seat with like a phone or something.
Well, the bitch of it is he's
Gotcha, bitch, and then he just pops out, and that's it.
Yeah, you guys give me way too much credit.
No, not enough.
Favorite tools are glue and tape. I don't know if you've seen an Evil Lair episode, but it's like everything has glue and tape on it.
Don't downplay it, Joe. We're on to you.
All right. It's 8:04. I think we need to pack this up here. Joe, do you have anything you want to share with the folks? There's a few of them left in here. What do you got coming on, sir?
A couple of things. The 29th, I'm going to be in a rap battle. I'm getting gangster. I'm getting fitted for some girls tomorrow.
You know, I think I saw on Instagram that you were doing some research on YouTube on how to do that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Do I look like I know how to rap? Like I got a dad hat on. Are you fucking serious? My real name is William. It's not even Joe. Just saying.
You can't give them too much information, Joe. You're messing this up right now. No, I think actually I don't want to say
brothers.
I don't want to say too much because I don't know how much info DJ is giving out on that. I know what you're doing. I was actually thinking about doing that as well, but I don't know.
Wait,
again, I don't want to. I mean, as far as the rap battle, I think it's a different style this time. That's the only thing. I don't want to.
Yeah, he wanted, kind of Halloween themed, but same rules. Something with comic books. Don't be making fun of people of certain persuasions and stuff like that. That's the hard one for me.
I mean, as far as the battle portion, I think they're doing something different. That's all. But that's awesome. I'll definitely. Again, maybe I'll be there. I might even be there, sir. I'm not sure.
I'm actually making Nick's Kicks and Comics. His prosthetic fingers are almost done. Yeah.
I'm excited about that. Go gadget finger. That's going to be the best.
It's going to be awesome. And then, of course, my regular comic book reviews. And who knows? Honestly, just hit a notification bell. Something silly will happen this week.
Okay. And still Friday nights?
Oh, Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the YouTubes. Myself, Huey, and Spectacular Spider Grandpa, 10 p.m. real time on the Eastern side. Be there or don't. I mean, we're not going to make you do it.
Everybody make sure to check that out for sure. Pocan Joe is the real deal. And hopefully we will have an update on his unbreakable slab here pretty soon. In case anybody
Hey, is
from
that
the
thing
channel
still
is
sticky?
it is still sticky, yes.
I think it's gonna be unsticky.
Oh. Mr. Austin, the man who's hitting milestones without any
Video.
without any
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always excited to see what you're doing, though. That's the thing, is you're always floating somewhere, and every time you're on, you're doing something amazing. So I say just roll with it.
Well, you know what? Go ahead and hit the notification bell if you want. I guess it's there. Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to come up with? But I'm going to take this time, and I really want to shout out to everybody's friend in the community, Mr. Ruben Guzman. White Tiger Comic Cartridges and Collectibles just put out an announcement about his channel starting early January next year. He's got that video out there, so go check it out. Make sure you like and subscribe there, man, because he's going from the myth to coming out and coming out swinging. So I can't wait to see what he puts together. He's already got an awesome lineup, different types of shows throughout the week for us. So definitely go check that out. On top of that, Joe will have some more details hopefully soon on how you can pick up the Delta Dogs variant. Excited about that. Pretty ecstatic. So other than that, follow me on Instagram at OZ10 or at Austin LeMay. And that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. And if you're looking for him to do any artwork for you, no, he's not going to do anything. Tyler has him on reserve until 2023. And then after that, at some point, I'm hoping to get in touch with him about something. So
yeah,
just a heads up, but get in line, everybody. We know you want to check them out for sure. I will tell you, and I will tell you, we have Angel has a new rant or review coming out, I believe tomorrow. Everybody, make sure to check out Actual Dracula at 9:00. He's having a big birthday bash. I plan on being there. I don't know if I'll have any of my blasters with me, but I plan on being there. He's going to have myself and apparently Mr. DJ Links. I didn't even know that until I saw his thumbnail about it. So check out Actual Dracula tonight at 9. Should be a pretty good shindig. And then again, I believe tomorrow we're going to have Angel's rant or review. And it's going to be on... I don't know.
Squid Games. Oh, let it be Squid Games, please.
No. I'll have to do the Squid Game rant or review. She's not a Squid Game type of gal. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for jumping on here. Seriously, I appreciate it. Again, you guys are awesome. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for putting up with me and all of this nerdy plastic foam blasting.
Fun.
And again, in case you forgot, comic books. Let me see if I can grab something here that we can leave on. What about this one?